What is up, my friends? Jesse with Just Man Sports Cards. Today we're going to go over 5 Michael Jordan PSA graded cards that have been on the rise over the last year. I'm going to be using the Card Ladder app. There'll be an affiliate link down below if you think it's cool. If not, no harm, no foul. No big deal. First card up is the Inside Out insert from 1993 Pop 280. So what I've noticed is like the 92, 93 Michael Jordan stuff that isn't super high pop has started to really move. Over the last year, this card is up 43%. Not huge, but you could have picked up a copy for 70, 60, 70 bucks a year ago easily, even if you would have timed it right. Could have got a copy for 50 bucks, and they have been on the rise and been selling in the closer to the $100 range. That is card number 5. This card has taken a huge jump recently. If you've been watching the channel for a while, I've been talking about this card for a long time. It's the first day issue. It's the first parallel ever in basketball, so it has relevance there. These were 1 per box, so it'd take you about 300 boxes to get this Michael Jordan card is the odds of pulling it. It's the first card in the set, which has some relevance. Great picture. Just an awesome card. I really love this. I have like 3 copies. They're obviously not all 9s. But within the last year, you could pick up a copy for under 300 bucks. Not cheap. But one just recently went for $750. We'll see what the next one goes for. So, but there's only 98 of these out there, and then in a 10, there's only 22. So you're talking about 120 copies out there in PSA 9 or PSA 10. This is more than doubled in the last year. Michael Jordan Gold Medallion. 97, great photo. This is probably he has another gold medallion in this set. This is the best looking one. It's got the gold speckle. This card is up almost 80%, which is pretty huge. This is over a year here. You can see the marker down here. And then with Card Ladder, you can go back 2 years, or you can also do all time. So we're just looking at 1 year to kind of get an idea of how things have been going. And you could have picked copies up for under 80 bucks if you would have timed it right. And this card has recently been doing about 110, 130. So a slow trend, and I think that's a healthy trend. 252 copies. And then a PSA 9 is kind of the same trend line here. 300 copies. So this is a little higher pop for a Jordan card. Next up is a card that I've been paying more and more attention to. It's the Special Forces. I wasn't like a huge fan of this to begin with, but then I finally got one in hand, and this is all foil, so it looks much, much better in hand. Very easy and prone to chipping on front and back, especially the back. So I think people are picking up on how hard these are to grade. Over the last year, it's up about 70%. I could have timed it right and picked up a copy for 150 bucks. You can see here. And not even that long ago. 4 months ago, you could have picked up a copy during December. Sometimes stuff dips, and now these are pushing 300. And we can look at a PSA 9. Kind of the same trend line. 550. It's been a little more rocky road. Only 58 copies, so some people are picking them up while they can. Some high ones here. And then the last card on the list is a card I've definitely talked about before, the High Risers. These are fairly hard to grade. You typically have like a little chipping somewhere in here typically. The card's embossed, so this is actually, it kind of sticks out of the card, the Michael Jordan does. So on the back, chipping is very easy. Pop 70 here. So this card is picked up over like close to 200 bucks in the last year. And then what you can also do on card ladder is you can look at the population. And this is one of my favorite things to do is look at the population growth. And it gives me an idea is how many raw copies out there are still being graded. And you can kind of see through 2022 the line was pretty steep. Also through, I guess that's 21 to 22, 22 to 23. And then through all of 2023, there was only, how many copies is that? 6 copies. I got a PSA 9. Compared to the year before, you're talking about 12 copies. So remember, there hasn't been any 9s graded this year. I've graded a lot of these myself. 9 is not easy to get. So this kind of fun thing with this is you can really dig into different data points and kind of figure out why things are doing the way that they're doing.